Y'all see it now, right? Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all you see we this how we do it here, Burger. Look at this
What's up, bro?
man. Hey man, look at this man right here. Look at this man right here, dog. That's I love it. I love it. My dog. Burgers and Blitzes, we are back. It ain't the normal Philly week. It ain't the normal Philly week. It's
Nah.
well, I don't know what week this is because it's been quiet. Nobody been arguing on Twitter. Nobody been fighting. Nobody been doing a damn thing. So it's
Market's
been
quiet as
weird.
hell.
It's been the weird energy because obviously we got Kenny Pickett versus Cooper Rush today. CD Lamb is out with the shoulder, but we're gonna talk about a few things before this game gets started. But tell me how you're doing, and shout out to everybody in the building. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? They still, I'm still in Twitter County. I'll be out. Free me, free me. Larry Hoover said he gonna get me up out of here. I should be free about I don't know 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock today. Should be free. I got a pork butt going. Made one of the briskets, best briskets I ever made in my life. In the meantime, what else did I do?
Mm.
Had some Christmas. How was your Christmas, brother?
Oh, my Christmas was good. You know what I'm saying? We still celebrating. We wait for the girls to come back because we're gonna drop them all our gifts. Hooked up my son. You know what I mean? It's another day. I really don't like Christmas. I like what it stands for as far as the loving. I don't like how you got to break it back and do all that extra dumb shit for with the gifts and stuff. But I get
No,
it,
it ain't about
and I,
no, it
I
ain't that.
still, you know what I mean.
I'll tell you
So
what, dude.
that's where I'm at.
Here's how I gift. I get stuff like I know people like to cook, and like so we'll find something. It's like what's something that they normally wouldn't buy because it's
Hmm.
kind of a splurge purchase, if you will.
Hmm.
I got my brother-in-law stuffed beef tenderloin. Like that's something he normally wouldn't buy. He's got kids to feed and all that stuff like that, right? But I go get him, $40, $50 tenderloin stuff. That ain't big out of pocket for me. But now the whole family gets it. So I try to gift either cooked already or cookable meat because when you're my age, we don't need more shit.
Right.
I,
Right.
I just get it's just gonna be more shit, and I got to figure out a place to put it. Great,
Right.
fantastic. Thank you
Exactly.
for this.
Exactly. And that's all I say. So it is what it is. What's up? Boothang is in the building. Boothang ain't been in the building in 100 years. So shout out to you, Boothang. What's up with you? What's up with you? So let's talk about this. Well, no, let's talk about CD Lamb right quick. Did we talk about what Michael Parsons said he was giving discounts? Yeah, we did. That was fake news. That was fake
Yeah,
news. We did.
okay. He said I don't need 40. Well,
Yeah.
no shit, dummy. There's not a $40 million pass rusher out there right now. No shit, you don't need 40. And people breezed right past that because you know exactly where that detour is to. They take
Mm-hmm.
the exit and immediately to Duck Boulevard, bam,
Yeah.
and just go crash right at his damn house and be like, well, Dak should have did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing
And
that
it.
Parsons was doing, Parsons is beating the Jones boys at his own game there,
Mm-hmm.
getting out ahead of that, saying I'll
Mm-hmm.
be team friendly. I don't need all that money, boss man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be a good soldier. And then when them negotiations hit, and that some bitch is sitting in Cabo in August.
He gonna. Yeah. That's exactly what's gonna happen because he's gonna smack the hell out of them. Yeah. I mean, if you think Michael Parsons is getting a damn giving a team discount, that ain't his job to. It's your
look
job to
look up
figure it
his
out and
agent.
manipulate it.
Look up his agent. He don't have to worry about it. He's good. he don't. He don't have. You don't have to worry about it, bro. He's solid. He's gonna be all right. I
Yeah.
promise.
See. Mm. That's all I had to know right there. Now look at the agent. That's all I got to know. These dudes ain't dumb in the street, dog. These dudes ain't dumb in the streets. They know what to do to get that money and squeeze that money from them cheap ass Jones boys. They know what to do.
That agent will put a damn tracker on his car, and if he see it at the Star on a day he ain't supposed to be there, he catching a flight. He's on the way, and that phone is
So
on
answer that
fire.
question. Answer that question, Mike.
David Mugoleta, I believe. It's either Todd France or David Mugoleta, but no, it's
They're
the
one and the same. It's one
yeah,
and the
they're the
same.
same. It's the same
They're the
agency.
same people.
It's yeah.
They don't play around. Let me just tell you that.
No,
They're getting all their money.
you're negotiating against both of those guys, and that is CAA and CAA/WME owns. I say owns between WME, Athletes First, and CAA, which is basic. CAA and WME are the same thing. And then Athletes First is Todd Francis' new thing with David and them. So between those two agencies, they have like I don't know, 80% of the NFL under their payroll.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
the smart ones who want to get their money know they go there, right?
80% of the starting rosters, should I say? When I'm not talking about little practice squad dudes and stuff like that. They've got the Justin Jeffersons and the Miles Garrett's and the Dak Prescott's and CD Lambs is that of the world, the top flight guys.
Right, right. So, I mean, we know what's going down. We know what's going down. Oh, I like your new profile picture, babe, on your YouTube too. I like that. That's cool. But
Yeah.
so talk to me about Mike. Let's talk to me about this game. Well, let's talk
Okay.
about CD Lamb's. Let's talk about CD Lamb's shoulder first. There were some people um, saying that you know what, are you should you not having should you not run CD Lamb in the backfield, and maybe that's why the shoulder was getting more banged up. I like him on the running back. I'm sorry, I do like him in the backfield. I like when they put him back there. I like it. They don't do it
He
all the
likes
time.
doing it.
He's not a little dude no more. Remember, he was slight when he came in the league, but
Hmm.
he was still strong. He was
He
slight, but
had
he
he
was still
almost
strong. He
he
put on
almost had
some
them
good
damn
weight.
he almost had them Devontae Smith Ricketts legs coming out of the draft, man. Them little skinny bow-legged, malnourished, Section 8 legs. But now
Right.
he put on some. He's probably up to 205, 210 now, or somewhere around
Hmm.
there. And he
And
came
he's
in at a
solid.
he came in at a buck 85 with a center block in his back pocket.
Yes. So
So uh,
I for one am cool with that. I don't. It doesn't mind, but does it bother you to see him in that backfield?
not at all, not at all. I don't want him returning kicks and punts, doing crash
Hmm.
out shit. But
Hmm.
using your number one wide receiver as a threat out of the backfield has been a thing since it's been a thing. I mean, that goes back to Jerry Rice did it. I mean, it's like that goes back. So and when the wide receiver runs, it's different than the running back because they're different positions. The wide receiver's better at open field. He knows how to get down more. The running back is more geared to look at
Looking for
we'll
the
see you today.
contact.
Look
I don't think the
contact, look for
receiver. Yeah,
contact.
I think
The
the receiver
receiver is
doesn't
out
look
there
for
to not
contact.
get cut.
Right.
He's out there. I don't want y'all hitting me.
Right.
Why would I do
Right.
that? I'm trying to
Right.
get see that painted grass way over there. I'm trying to get to that. And if you hit me, that lessens my chances of me getting over there. So we're just gonna avoid all that.
Yeah, and
And
plus,
if I
I mean, I seen
yeah
Turpin back there. I'm cool when I see Turpin back there. He's got a positive games. We know Turpin little. We know that. But Turpin, I
yeah
feel like he knows how to run the ball to where he doesn't take that big hit
yeah
because he already
there's
knows
a
he's small.
it's well and it's there's an art to it. And Romo never had it. Trevor Lawrence's career is about probably over because he doesn't have it. There is an art to knowing how to fall down. So that's why you want to pick these. I mean, if you're quarterback in particular, you want to pick a guy who's maybe played some baseball. There's been times where they've had Mahomes dead to rights, and he just kind of Gumby slides down and just barely misses. Like Emmett Smith had a knack about missing contact and knowing how to slide and knowing how to take a fall. Some of these guys, you see them fall, and they stick. Instead of getting down, them leg sticks in the ground, and they get hit here and they get
Yes.
hit here, and then
Yes.
boom. You know, it's a bad. I guess it's a bad comparison now because I thought Overshown had it. He just got his leg twisted. Everybody always
Hmm.
made fun of him because he ragdolled. When he tackles somebody, there he goes tumbling across the field. 15
Hmm.
feet the other direction. But when you fight against that momentum, that's when stuff starts breaking. If you've anybody's ever skateboarded or BMX or motocross or any type of sport like that where you're gonna constantly take a digger, you know that when you fight against it, that's when the bad stuff happens. There's an art to falling down that these wide receivers tend to have versus your typical running back. Because they got to go snag one across the middle and get down for that damn free safety comes over there and they wake up at a Tupac concert.
Yeah, okay. Tupac. Got you. All right. So what do you think about this game today? I mean,
I think I think
do
Dallas
you
will
care
win.
about winning? Do you care about winning? Does it matter to you? Are you the guy
Uh,
that's worried about the draft thing, the draft
I
position because
said
of win
this.
or loss?
I said this before Thanksgiving. This draft isn't good, and
It's okay.
they're not going to be bad enough to get into the top of where the meat is. You know, for those that don't know, any typical year draft, they'll start leaking. Most teams have 14 to 16 first round grades in this draft. 14 to 16 is usually the number right there in the meat. This year it's looking like, I don't know, 8, you know?
Hmm.
Um, and that's assuming that depends on how people still feel about Sanders because that wasn't good. And those bowl games can really, we see it happen, drastically elevate people. Like when Clowney had that one hit, drastically elevate people and drastically drop them, especially your
Hmm.
quarterback
Yeah.
on those
Well,
bowl
I
game
heard a lot of
performances.
I heard a lot of people talking in the streets, this morning about that performance, and now what it is to put him still solidly at the number one pick.
What he should do, the best way he can save his draft stock from dropping. I'm not saying he's falling out,
Right. Right.
within reason, right?
Right. Right.
Is not handle it like he's handled every little other piece of adversity. Don't go out there and throw your offensive lineman under the bus. Go out
Hmm.
there and say, I had a bad day at the office. It's a hard sport. Respect they came to play.
That was a
That
good
type
team.
thing. That's a
That
good
was a good
team.
team.
They put it on us, man. It happens. It happens.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not the other way he's handled a lot of this stuff along the way, because that
Right.
is affecting, because they already know about it. We already know that whole dynamic.
Yep.
Parking at handicap spots and all that stuff. Like the news is out about the boys, right? So
Hmm.
how he handles this will affect his draft stock more than that game, in my opinion. But
You know what?
anyway, where we
I
yep.
hear you on
Go
that. Like I feel what you're saying on that. We're gonna see, but I feel like the way this game goes, I just feel like in these next games, to your point about the draft, I don't think it's a terrible draft. I just don't feel like it's a draft where there's so many guys standing out in this draft where you're like, oh my God, there's just so many in this top 10 that's
it's,
gonna go crazy. I don't see
there's
that.
not
I see a lot of
you don't
up
have
and
the
down.
hype.
You don't have those, yeah, you don't have those who's players. What's up, David? What's up, everybody else in the building? You don't see a lot of those who's in this mic. So I feel like a 10 to 20 range, you're gonna be okay because
Yeah,
there ain't
you're gonna
no
get a
people
player.
in there. You're gonna get a player. And Dallas is notoriously pretty good at drafting first round players. Can we say that?
Take an offensive lineman, you'll be fine. I don't. I'm done. I don't
I
question.
don't want to
I
do
get.
no that. No.
Hey,
No.
I'm just saying that if they take an offensive lineman in the first round, they're not going to miss. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't listening to that though. For real. What up,
I'm
Willie
not.
T?
I'm not saying. I'm taking
I
a wide
know, I
receiver
know.
personally,
Yeah,
but if they take if they take an offensive lineman in the first round, you're not going to miss. They don't miss.
right. Yeah, we need that receiver to pair with CD Lamb now. It can't be played around with no more. You ain't gonna
I've
go
got a
in free
receiver.
agency.
I got a receiver for you. I got a receiver
Oh,
for you.
I've already seen a few receivers. Who
No, this kid's already in the NFL,
is he gonna be cheap?
and oh yeah, because he's Mr. Ayahuasca has tanked his stock so hard, you might be able to get him for a fifth round pick.
But they've already got Mingo, and they're gonna use that to justify why they don't get a young player because he's only 23.
I don't care. Go get me Garrett Wilson.
we talked
Don't
about
get me.
no, you didn't talk. You didn't. You me and you haven't physically talked about it, but I mentioned it on Twitter. I think Professor O had mentioned like because he was throwing a tantrum about throw the fade, and once I said, "Hey," I was messing with somebody. I was like, he'd be crying if Dak missed him, but he was like, "Dak ain't gonna miss." So I sat there and said, "You know what, Garrett Wilson, he is on the end of his deal, and he is young." And the Ohio State
It
receivers are so damn good. I'm out here in Ohio. Them Ohio State receivers are so damn good.
and it's the big time player is still a good player,
What
and
about the kid
and
from O State? You have you seen the Ed Buka kid? Have you seen him
uh
from
no,
O State this year? He's nice, dog. Check his tape out. Check his tape out.
I,
I know what you're saying about Garrett Wilson, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Ohio State across the board, they just put out them receivers, dog. And if you're talking about Garrett Wilson, he was around when Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson was like a senior. I think he was like a freshman then because he had top. Go check his tape out and then hit me back when we hit me back during the week and tell me what you think about him because they got some
I
dogs. And that would save you money because you know Garrett Wilson gonna get want a little bit of money because his contract is up soon, right?
and I just there's another wide receiver that everybody was high on to start the year, and I'm
Oh,
watching this kid play. I'm watching this kid play, and I'm like, he's an idiot. This kid's an idiot,
oh,
and he can't play. That Isaiah Bond from UT. Everybody was so high on that kid coming into the year, and I'm watching. I'm like, what are y'all seeing?
he just got
And
that
this ain't even
speed.
tape. He don't have speed. He checks out of place. He does consistent habitual dick stepper is what he is. He's a Kelvin Benjamin disease. Just he plays small. He makes these terrible mental errors, and he cost UT 2 or 3 games this year. You know, I, when a wide receiver's cost you a game, and you're talking about first round, no sir, no sir, no sir.
I think the safe guy would be my guy. I also heard about the guy from Missouri. Um, but for me, I'm out here in Ohio. I see these Ohio State guys. I know a lot of these players. I know I just the guy Brian Hartline, who was a damn good receiver out here at Ohio State, and he's a damn good coach. I knew he would be a great coach because he was a meticulous
You know,
receiver here
y'all
at
get
Ohio State.
most of them from Texas. I
Yes,
don't know why Texas can't
Texas,
recruit to Texas,
Florida,
but
California, they all come and play receiver because you're going to go to the league. You see Jeremiah Smith
I,
came from
I would
Georgia.
say
He's
I
the
would
next
say
great.
40%. Yeah, probably 40% of your active game day rosters on the median in the NFL are from Texas and Florida. California gets another 15, and then you get the Islanders who played in these random Big Ten schools. The Puka Nakuas and Lua
Hmm.
Faus of the
Hmm.
world and those guys. But
Hmm. And he's
man,
nice. I like Barris.
that
Barris is nice.
dude, dude hey, I called it. But anyway,
I called it too.
I saw him first,
No, you didn't. I was at the Senior Bowl.
but
I was at the Senior Bowl watching his
but
ass.
I called deep. But we messed up. I called dibs. See,
Okay, you called dibs, but I didn't see him
I
first.
called dibs. You should have called
You know what I'm saying?
shotgun. You didn't call shotgun.
Okay, you're right. You're right. You should have called shotgun.
Now,
So, well, you heard
now
Mike.
you in the
You
back.
heard
Now
this.
you in the back
Mike.
getting motion sickness.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Mike saw him. Let Mike tell you that. Okay, with Maris.
Why are you gonna take a wide? You're not taking a running back in the first round. You're not taking say, well,
I
we'll
don't
take
know
him
why
and we'll
you
split.
let him see that. Why'd you let him see that? I wish he wouldn't have taped that because I already knew you was about to say something about that. I was like, I knew you was gonna say something about that.
Hey,
I ain't
let's
doing neither.
we
All right.
we could
We might take
we
two.
could split
Listen,
reps.
listen,
We could split
listen,
reps. We could split reps.
listen.
What you?
If they could get the kid from Ohio State, he'd be a great compliment to CD. I don't know. I don't think he's a burner, but damn it, Ohio State, they just put some receivers out there that's so damn good. He can do route running. He can slide in and out. He would just be a great compliment to CD. Maybe not the speed wise, but probably you could keep Turpin as the take off the top guy. You have two meticulous guys who could just kill you downfield. And he's a quarterback friendly receiver. That's why he would be good with that. And then listen to this. Trevion Henderson, running back from Ohio State. He came in as a who's who 5-star recruit. Dog. His last game, he turned up in that last game they just played when they just whooped up on Tennessee. He had 10 carries for 80 yards, like 4 catches for 33. I've been liking him, and here's the great thing about him. He can, if you want to keep a Rico, because Rico proved to you that he ain't the guy by playing against the Bucks. But that's okay. We still like you, Rico. You compare him with a Rico because he's more explosive. He's strong. He can catch out the backfield. He can block his ass off. He catches with his hands. That'd be a great 1-2 combo. And Ohio State players are good in the NFL. They prep you for the NFL. And Ohio State players that come in the league, they have longevity. And usually those are the guys that succeed in the league from Ohio State. So it's not like you're going to fall off. So I got 2 picks for you, Cowboys. If you can get that receiver right there and get Henderson in that third round, you're right back at it. You're right back at it. Just saying.
Uh, I'm big on Penn State players in general because I like the strength and conditioning program they have up there. They tend to put healthy players into the league. So
Yes,
when I when I
they
start, I
tend to
haven't
put dynamic players too.
yeah, and I haven't really dove into the draft yet. I've just been too freaking busy. But when I do, I
Hmm.
usually start like if I'm starting with running backs, probably go Big 12 or what used to be the Big 12.
Hmm.
Hell, it's not even going to make sense anymore because all the conference realignments. But
Right, right.
offensive linemen, Big 10, wide receivers,
Hmm.
Big 10, uh, wide receivers, ACC. Before
SEC
all this.
too.
Yeah,
SEC
no,
too.
no, yeah,
You don't think
yeah,
good
but
receivers come from the SEC?
they do. But SEC players tend to be beat up in
True. You
general.
know what? You know what? SEC players to me defensively are good. Like cornerbacks, they get. Used to have a lot of good cornerbacks that come from
Yeah, you
SEC.
stay away from Bama linebackers
Linebackers.
because everybody comes in there with glass shoulders because they
And,
started
and
they started they started bumping gear at 17, and then they got 900,000 miles on them because they were a five
edge
star
rush.
recruit that
Yeah, but
hit
edge
puberty at
rushers too.
16. It's
Yeah, but edge
there's
rushers too. I think are good from the SEC.
yeah. It's just there's a difference in the high collision positions that come out of the SEC tend to be a little more beat up than these other guys because the SEC tends to get higher star recruits who got more burn in high schools and then they get more burn in college and then they get to the NFL and they're like, son of a bitch, this kid put on 40 pounds of muscle in 2 years and has played over 5,000 snaps since his freshman year of high school and he's got some miles on him and it tends to not necessarily work out with the big name linebackers from the SEC
You know
because
what?
and running backs.
I, you know what? I just never really. I never really thought of it in that aspect. But especially like with Big Ten, because I like the Big Ten. I'm out here in
Mm-hmm.
Big Ten country. I see the Big Ten players more, and you're right. Big Ten players tend to last longer. Their strength and conditioning programs tend to be better because they're
That
better
dude at Penn,
conditioning
that
for
dude
the
at Penn
weather.
State's a beast. Dude. Yeah,
You know what
the
I'm saying though?
weather. Yeah, you're
And
not.
and here's the thing. And here's the thing, Mike. What you say? Maybe that's why those guys from the Californias and the Floridas go there because they're going to condition you better. So when you
Yeah.
get to the league and you're already that California or that Florida athlete and you've been in the Big Ten, it goes hand in hand, right?
Look at Lamar Jackson when it's below 70 degrees when he's on the sidelines. What's he look? So he's a
That boy is
Florida kid
sick.
that went to Louisville, and now he's playing in Baltimore in an open top stadium. That boy looked like a damn Eskimo
He'd
on
be
the
cold. He hates
sideline.
that cold.
And
He
they're
hates that
like,
cold.
Lamar, it's 68 degrees.
But he's slim though. We slim guys, we feel it. We feel the cold. We slim people feel the cold. Y'all don't. You insulated.
You know what? Damn it, I'm a quarterback. Y'all two big asses, park your ass on the bench. I'm gonna sit right between y'all, and y'all gonna be my
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Y'all gonna be
You
my
be on
heat.
that line. You be an offensive lineman. You feel me? You be an offensive lineman
Yeah,
for the Big Ten. You
I'm
be.
gonna sit right between y'all, just rock back and forth. Oh,
No, we got.
so
I
back to what's up, Bubba?
no, I was just gonna say. So you think the Cowboys are gonna win this game, right?
Yeah, and back to our original point. If I just sidetracked this for 30 minutes,
Hmm.
how do I feel about winning these games? I feel about this when you're in Detroit. took out Aaron Rodgers, his
Hmm.
last chance to make the playoffs at Green Bay. Hey, if we ain't going, you ain't going. Get back in the bucket. Get back in the bucket. Fuck y'all. Get back in the bucket. If we ain't going, can't nobody go. I hope we ruin everybody's day. I hope they win. I hope they win out. Go beat Philadelphia, put them in turmoil, because that team's always one bad loss away from just crashing to the side of a mountain. We've seen it so many times. And win that damn last game versus Washington. Do it. Who cares? Ruin, you know,
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. You
like
know
how
what?
Miami did us that year. You know,
Hmm.
when they were cooked. So that's how I feel about it. Because we're not. I mean, like back to the draft, you're not. You know, you're not bad enough to get in the top five. So just go win
That's
some
what I say.
games.
F them now. F them now because if you ain't
Yeah.
in that top five pick or that top 10, why are you worried about it now? You just like everybody else now. So just go ahead and win games and like you said, ruin days. Yeah, it's not like you're gonna
Yes,
knock
yes,
the
yes.
Eagles in the playoffs.
Louisville, Louisville
Look,
does get cold. It gets cold as Baltimore does for 9 months out of the year. That's it gets
yeah,
cold.
because it's Kentucky. Duh,
Texas gets
Kentucky.
cold. Like if we're talking,
Yeah, Kentucky gets cold.
it
But
gets cold, but it don't get damn Baltimore cold with that wind blowing off the bay. Woo,
that's Maryland.
woo,
You know what I'm saying? So
woo.
that's a whole different monster. You know what I mean? It's a
that's
whole different
that's
monster.
that. You get some Lake Superior up in you. You get all kinds of stuff, man. That get cold.
Well, that's like I'm saying. That's like Cincinnati. Cincinnati gets cold, but that's near Kentucky too.
Hey, and that's why I took back to the game that's about to come on that nobody really wants to watch, and it got flexed. That's why I think Dallas wins today, because you got Kenny Pickett, who's got hands the size of a 13-year-old, and it's drizzling rain and cold, and I think it may be windy as well. Somebody has to check the weather report. I don't know if it's windy as well, but that right there is a combo. That's that Jared Goff thing. When you catch him in an outdoor stadium on a bad weather day, and those small hands show up, and he'll end up
Mm.
throwing you a couple or putting a couple on the ground.
Mm-mm. I'm just going through and looking at things when they're talking about heading into next year. So, what do you think about McCarthy and what do you think about Zimmer? What do you think?
I've
What do
been
you think?
telling y'all that I've been telling people Mike McCarthy's coming back since before Thanksgiving.
You
And
still think
I've
he's still coming back, whether he
have I been proven
loses?
have they done anything to like take steam out of that engine?
No, they haven't did anything. Mike, but Mike said that let's see what happens at the end of the year, and even Zimmer said let's see. And Zimmer didn't
Now
commit.
here's comes the fun part.
Hmm.
Mike McCarthy could very well say, "Fuck y'all,
That's why I said, wouldn't it be funny as hell if I'll put it on Twitter?
fuck
You
y'all."
since you've been on Twitter, Jared, you didn't see me
Huh.
tweet it. So I put on Twitter like 3 or 4 days ago, like, wouldn't it be funny as hell if Jerry offered him a job and he said, "F you, I don't want the job."
Yeah, yeah, I don't want it.
That would be funny
That's
as
why
shit.
that's why
That
they
would be
have
funny as hell. That would be
that's why
funny
they
as hell.
put out these
I would
feelers to
do it
their
to
water
spite you.
carriers
I
that
would do it to
they're not
spite your ass.
interested they're not interested in Ben Johnson or Joe Brady. They put those out. They have their guys put those out because they don't want Ben Johnson and Joe Brady to say, we're good publicly, like people did with Washington for years,
Hmm.
like people have done with Atlanta for years.
Hmm.
I, I'm good. Y'all, I don't know, get the therapy, figure your life out, maybe. Just like you don't want nothing to do with those teams, and that's that's going to be really embarrassing because McCarthy has friends in the media. He's got really high power friends in the media.
I, I I I I almost want him to do it.
Just so we can watch it
Yes,
happen. It's like the Pulp Fiction. It's like,
yes.
you know what? It'd be
I
worth
want
him
him.
doing it just so I could catch him doing it.
I want to watch him do it. I want to see him spike him. I I, I want the
I do
Joneses
too.
to hurt.
They
I'm
deserve it.
sorry. I want the Joneses to hurt. They deserve all this. They're rich. They're pompous. They're yeah. I want to see their I want pie in their face. Like we both said, Mike. We love our Cowboys. We love our players. We love our Cowboys. We don't love the Joneses.
Dallas, the
So I
Cowboys are
don't
the
care
hot
about
chick.
them disrespecting.
They're the hot chick of the NFL. Messy as all hell. Messy, dumb, ignorant, got a dirty room, probably got empty toilet paper rolls all over the bathroom. Fine as hell though, right? So in their wake is just a line of dudes just, hey, y'all, you know what? You want her? Go you here. Yeah.
Is
It,
there is there really a
it
line? I don't know if there's really a line like you say there is.
there's there is a line of idiots because even McCarthy didn't know what he was getting into, and McCarthy had been in the league 30 years at that point.
Yes, I think McCarthy did know because he was desperate though.
I
Tell me
I
I'm not.
think he
Tell me I'm
knew.
wrong.
I think he knew. I just didn't like until you live it.
Right, right, right. He knew. He
You know,
heard the stories. And he was
until
like,
you
"Oh, it
until
ain't that
you,
bad." Right.
you wake up on Tuesday morning and Jerry's already talked to the fan and told you that they're starting offensive line rotation for the game on Sunday night,
Hmm.
and you're like, "Well, fuck me, man. What am I even here for? What am I even here for?" And the fact that he's kept this thing out of the ditch, and I promise you, I would put my bank account on it. The higher they make if they let go of McCarthy will be worse.
Yeah. Well, Mike
What?
Vrabel might be
How's
that name.
what's better? What's they,
I already told you, but I know you said that. I know you said that.
oh, dude,
But
you
do
don't
you
want
think
that
it's a
man. You
reality?
don't. No, Vrabel's probably well. Now that Ohio
I'm
State won
telling
that
you.
game, maybe not.
I'm telling
Vrabel
you.
was
He.
supposed to. Vrabel's already been interviewed. Allegedly there was a coach who used to coach for the Tennessee Titans who allegedly, possibly already interviewed, maybe possibly allegedly for a job in the Big Ten.
For allegedly Ohio State, allegedly.
Possibly, maybe if there was such a school. I don't know if there is. I don't even know if they got a college there. It's
Ooh, I ask myself now. I'm sorry, Ryan Day. I wouldn't even. I don't even think you're a bad coach, but bro, I would love to see some Brave go to Ohio State, dog.
he's Jason Garrett. Ryan Day's a terrible coach, and I think he's
Bro,
a
if Mike Vrabel, that's like Jim Harbaugh going to Michigan, bro. To me, if
hey.
Mike
By the
Vrabel goes
way,
back into the head coach at Ohio State, he's going to have them so tough nosed hard. What? He's going to be like Jim Harbaugh going to Michigan.
I was begging for
Michigan ain't never
Harbaugh.
going to win like that without
I
Harbaugh.
was
They'll win games, but they
begging
ain't
for
never going to win
Harbaugh.
like that.
That man is
Me too. But I knew we
the
couldn't get
perfect.
him. He's the
So to
perfect
be a good
coach. He's
football
the
coach,
perfect coach for
you got
Dak.
you
He's
got
the
to
perfect
be
coach
a
for Dak.
psycho and genius, and that Venn diagram has to meet right here.
I
And Jim
totally agree.
Harbaugh is right in the middle of that, dude.
I
He
totally
is
agree.
that
I
man.
totally
Look,
agree.
look at what
Hardballs
he's
in
done to
general are
Herbie.
great
I've
coaches,
told
bro.
y'all he was gonna make Herbie hit puberty, and look what happened. Herbie's damn near leading the league in A dot. You see him yesterday, just slinging it, bro,
He
slinging it,
just,
and
you know,
he was a check down champion before Hardball got there.
yeah,
The most talented quarterback in the league. He's probably the most talented quarterback in the league on pure
that's,
arm talent.
yeah, I agree. But when Harbaugh, I knew he was leaving with them sanctions or whatever. They were forcing him out of Michigan. I knew we weren't going to have a chance because I didn't think he would want to deal with Dallas. There,
That's
he would
dirty
deal
as
with the
hell too.
Joneses.
The dude that started all that was a booster for Ohio State that started the investigation, and it ended up getting Ohio State burned in the process. I thought that whole situation was weird, but it was obvious they wanted Jim up out of there. Like
Because he was
I
whooping
don't care.
ass and he didn't
We got to
care.
get this. We
Harbaugh
got to
didn't
get this
care. That's
motherfucker up
why.
out of here. No, yeah,
Because he didn't care and he's gonna win. That's the difference. He don't stay in line with everybody else. He's gonna
nope.
ruffle feathers. He don't give a f. And I'm gonna win because I watched Harbaugh when he was a player at Michigan, Mike, religiously. And
Psycho.
his whole attitude as a player is as a coach.
Yeah, it's like you
He would have been
may
a dog. You know how now
you
that's the one.
may you
Listen,
you may
Mike.
beat me, but it won't be because I didn't bring everything I had. I'm gonna leave on my shield, as they like to say. They battle. They always like to equate NFL with battle because it is. You're gonna leave like to beat Jim Harbaugh. You have to leave, make him like that dude. You fight in the parking lot of the bar, and the motherfucker keeps coming back for more. Knocked him 7 times. That he gonna get a lucky one on you, and then you're gonna wake up in the hospital. Like that's the type of dudes they are. They're absolute psychopaths. They were born. He actually has a quote. He said, "I was born to do 3 things: play football, coach football, die."
Yeah,
That's an
and
actual. You can
here's
look
the
it up.
thing
That's an
though,
actual.
Mike. Here's the thing though,
Yeah,
Mike. With
yeah. It's
Harbaugh,
Dan Campbell. Same
he
thing.
wants full control,
Yep.
and he wasn't going to get that in Dallas. That's why he didn't come here. That's
Mm-mm.
why I never thought
Mm-mm.
he. That's why he was never a thought here because he
Never an
wants full
option. Never
control.
even. Just like Belichick, people were like, "We're hyped about that." Like
I
that
wasn't,
UNC thing's gonna crash and burn. That's gonna be hilarious.
bro. Let me
Oh,
tell you something. There's only a few coaches now. You know how me and you differ on Dak. I don't think Dak is big game all the time. You think he is? I don't think he's
I don't
big
think the
game all the
Cowboys
time.
are big game, and I think that has more to do with them than it does that.
Maybe
That's my.
so. I may lean toward that a little bit, but I will say there's a few coaches that I can look at in the league where I can honestly say a coach does make a difference because Mike McCarthy is not going to take Dak anywhere. Mike Vrabel is not taking Dak anywhere. But if Dak Prescott had Jim Harbaugh,
Oh shit.
that that would have been the one time I thought they could rise above the Joneses and possibly win. The Harbaughs, maybe Shanahan. Maybe it's Shanahan,
Now, Shanahan
but he
has a
would
team
never come
fetish
here.
where
He would never come
Shanahan
here
likes to
though.
get embarrassed on the biggest stage possible. I don't think he actually wants to win the Super
That's
Bowl.
not
I
that's
just think
that's
he.
not true because you can't say that with the you playing against Pat Mahomes, bro. That's just like Barkley and them going against
All right.
Jordan.
Let me know when they start. All these people talking about, well, we've got to the Super Bowl. Let me know when they start handing out the "We lost to Patrick Mahomes" trophy. Because last I checked, there's only one trophy in the NFL. And that's the Super Bowl trophy. And unless you got one of those, shut up. Buffalo, shut up. Ravens, shut up. Filthy, shut up. Shut up. All that talking. The Bengals. Oh, we made the Super Bowl. When was that Super Bowl? 5 years ago. Shut up. There's you either win it all or you lost. And there's no bragging rights for, oh, we made the AFC, we made the NFC. Oh, cool. Congratulations. You almost finished the race. Turns out you broke down on lap 3.
Yeah, I mean, you just really use that for argument if we're keeping it real.
Okay. I'm from the standpoint where I know that I would be better off mentally if my team, I knew going into the playoffs, just like when I knew we were going up against Green Bay, we were going to get smoked. I know that we don't have a good enough team to do it versus what San Francisco has been through, where they've had a good enough team to do it. And you've seen the coach take it away. All of a sudden, he wants to make Purdy throw the ball. Why? You're getting 6 yards on accident. You know, like to me, I'd rather never have a chance than just get blue balled for half a decade straight. And I don't think I think the best team the Cowboys had was when they didn't even make the playoffs, when they had that plus 114 point differential. But the defense was so freaking terrible the Mike Nolan year. The defense is so freaking terrible that you miss the playoffs. Actually, we missed the playoffs off of 3 missed extra points, if we're being literal about it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll see. Shout out to my dog KG with the 199 holla. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, dog. Well, this game's about to start. I want to see
Yep.
what happens with this. I'm very curious about it. You know what I mean? I'm just very curious about
I'm
it.
telling you,
I would say
Dallas gonna win.
shut down. Let's shut down Barkley. He ain't never did nothing against Dallas. Let's keep that alive. Let's keep that streak alive. Let's keep that streak alive. Because even in that win last time, he only had 66 yards. I don't think he's had a 100-yard game. Has he had a 100-yard game against Dallas? I don't think he ever has. Maybe one,
Uh,
maybe just one, but he has not had one. I don't think he
If
has.
it was, it'd be a typical
It was
Saquon thing where it's like
it
four
was a
yards, three
fluky
yards,
game.
4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards,
And
three yards,
it was like
70
a
yards.
50-yard game. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was. It was like a big game. It wasn't no grind it
it
out.
wasn't seven
You don't do
yards at a
that.
pop. Hey,
Yeah,
just Derrick Henry in through our face.
yeah. Nah, he didn't
Which,
do that.
hey, by the way, I guess we're getting ready to get off here, but I'll plug my iPad in. Who you got for MVP, bro?
Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really cared. If you want me to be totally honest, I haven't
I'm
really cared. But if I were just
I'm
to shoot it off, I I know it's a quarter. I got to give it to Barkley in my opinion, dog. Just me. If he gets 2,000 yards and how maligned he was, I'm giving it to him. That's just me.
I think I got to go Josh Allen, man.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen or Burrow. Honestly, I feel the same way about Burrow this
Burrow's
year as I
nice.
do with
Burrow is
do
nice. Burrow is a
when
dog. Burrow is a
when
dog.
CJ. I thought CJ Stroud should have won it last year, and that's how I
Hmm.
feel about Burrow this year. Like if it wasn't for him, that team's winning like one game.
They won four in a row.
I mean
That coach ain't
that
no great
kid.
coach.
No, that kid. I
He's different.
and
And Jamar
unfortunately,
Chase, you better hurry up and
yeah,
pay Jamar Chase's money. Pay
that man's
Jamar
about to
Chase's
get
damn money.
$78 million a year. It's gonna be it's gonna be the highest
Hey,
paid.
that Jamar Chase is nice. Jamar Chase is
Dude.
nice as he is nice,
And
bro.
he's a dog.
They
He
were
don't care.
they
He'll
were
go get it.
smart. They were smart when they did that. I liked because remember when they were going to draft him, they were saying no, he
It
needs
also cost
offensive
him.
linemen. Offense, it did,
Well,
but
it cost him a year because they
it
lost
did
Burrow again.
it did, but it was the right choice.
I
That
don't
was
know.
the
You
right.
could
I
have
don't
had.
care.
I
That
think
was the
Joe
right
Burrow
choice.
would sure like to have like a I don't know, like Debo
No,
Samuel and Rashawn Slater.
uh,
I,
nah,
yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm
No,
sorry. I think
I'm
him and
just
Chase are
I,
just different.
I'm just saying. Well, when they should have kept his damn OC and they didn't, and
Hmm.
that screwed everything up. And now that OC, uh, yeah, I've man, I know it's so hung up on win loss record, so it's gonna go like the consensus pick is probably Allen, but
Hmm.
I would give it to Burrow 100 times over any of these guys. Seriously,
Burrow's a
the way
dog, bro.
the way that kid's played this year, and I've been on his ass because he's got a weak arm. He's still got a weak arm. He's busted up. His damn wrist is all
Doesn't matter.
you know.
He's different.
He's just doing it. He's
He's
just doing it,
different.
man.
He just has
I
that.
feel
He has that.
I feel
He's Joe
about him
Montana
like
to me. He's a baby Joe Montana to me. That's what I feel like he
I
is.
feel about him like I feel about Baker. They just like we
Nah, I
may
don't feel nothing
lose,
like that.
but you're gonna have to kill me. I'm talking about the mentality.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Not the
yeah.
talent,
I hear
not
what
the
you mean.
talent level, but the mentality of if Baker had Burrow's talent, he'd be a dangerous man.
Yeah, but
He'd
if
be a
but to me,
he,
he's just Montana, bro. Because they call him Cool Joe. I mean, they
yeah,
call him Cool Joe just like they call Joe Montana. He's always cool. You don't be seeing him get rattled. He be cool all the damn time, and he be killing you, dog. Like he be coolly killing you. And just like you said, he don't got the great arm, but that arm is plenty enough to get it to where it gets to you.
here
Boy,
what he reminds me
that
of,
motherfucker be dropping dimes.
dude. With it somehow he's made it work. He's got an arm. I may have a stronger arm than him, and I can't throw the football for shit. But somehow he's made it work. And credit to him. And the way, uh, yeah, it's just get it done, man. That would be my MVP, honestly. Like, but I know the consensus pick is probably going to be Allen or they better not give it to Lamar. They better not give it to Lamar. But I don't, they gave it to him last year when he didn't deserve it. So Why not?
Yeah, it is what it is. But let's get up off out here, dog. Let's see. Ooh, shout out to my dog, Young Wilson. I ain't seen you in a long time to get that holler right quick, big dog. Appreciate you. Aloha from Hawaii. My dog, Young Wilson, 199 holler. Hey
Yeah,
ho.
me and the
Appreciate you.
Bucks is out.
Them and the Bucks is out. Hey, and keep coming with that. Have the gun next time with one on one.
All right, hey, I'll go grab something for you. I have it. I have that thing on me next time. Be like,
Make sure you
"What?"
have it. Appreciate you, dog. My dog, Mike White, Burgers and Blitzes. Mike's calling the Philly victory. I mean, not the Philly. He's calling the Philly loss. The Cowboys are winning. Give me a score prediction before you lose.
Score prediction. I won't do that. The over under I have set at 27.
Got you. And there it is.
All right, and you can do with that math what you want. I think if they can get after Pickett now, and again, he doesn't have CD Lamb, so
All right.
stop Barkley, and they're cooked because that kid can't throw the ball. And if he does throw
Yeah,
the ball on you, then you know
yeah.
that's all that you know.
It's going to be
If
interesting.
you
I
let
just want to see how this game plays out with these two.
if you let Kenny Pickett beat you, you fire Mike Zimmer.
Got you.
I, it's Kenny Pickett, guys. You got your defense. You're down what, two players? Mm. Everybody's down. Like Lions are down 12 players on defense. They still find a way to win football games.
Hmm.
Kenny Pickett. It's Kenny Pickett, AJ Brown, and Saquon Barkley. They got three players. Go win the game. Shut them down. Go win the game. Oh, Cooper Rush is shit. That interception.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
watching
pick
it right
six. It's a pick six.
now. I'm watching it right now.
And he threw it to the most annoying person on the fucking planet.
Is it Gardner? Chauncey Gardner.
Yes. The guy that's so annoying, he got shipped to two different teams because they were tired of dealing with him.
Let me see. Let me see how this happens because it's 32. Because mine is delays.
Dude, he threw it right to him. He threw it right to him. He sat in the pocket. He threw it
Oh
right to him.
yes.
Oh, that looked like a Mitchell Trubisky. Why can't you see the player that's clearly standing there throw? All right, so Dallas loses. Over under is now moved to six. Over under is now moved to 157. Um,
Dak is notorious
anyway,
for throwing
hey,
this type of ball though. Dak throws his
yeah.
ball just like that too though. He does that. He always try to force it. Why do they do that? They throw that particular
Why?
pass because
Why?
that's
Why you got to bring? What? Why you got to bring my
I'm just
man's up?
saying. He
You
does
know,
it. I love that. I love that. But he does that pass
you
too. He does that.
use,
Yeah,
yeah, but man, it's like,
yeah. I know he
like
called
you
it
know,
straight. He didn't mean to. He did though.
yeah, like
I'm sorry, Dak.
you killed the
I didn't mean
man.
for
We
you to
went on
catch
a
that
hit,
straight.
and you shot the mailman. You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
mean it. I just seen Dak do that numerous times, and I don't know why.
You know who else does it? Patrick Mahomes. You know who else does it? Josh Allen. You know, it
All
turns
right,
out.
all right,
Oh,
all right, all right, all right. I know. Don't say
hey,
nothing about your Dak.
all right, you about the brisket roll about to
Don't
come
say
out.
nothing
You about to
about.
get.
Don't say nothing about Dacky.
No, it's just funny. You found a way to steal, just like he was just walking on the sidewalk. You
Because I
saw a
got
puddle and was
PTSD.
like,
Because you're right. Because I have PTSD with it. I have PTSD with it.
you know what I have PTSD with every time I see that homeless running back on the sideline and what we could have done with that draft. That's what I have PTSD about.
I can dig that.
Without them hitting on Dak in that draft, what is this team?
Mm,
Ezekiel Elliott and Mitchell Trubisky. You know,
mhm.
what Charles Tapper never played a snap. Jalen Smith had a literal disability. Drafted him. That 2016 draft set this team back, and unfortunately, you got a quarterback out of it that gets the burden all the blame. When we know it's an inept franchise who is stupid with contracts, stupid with coaches, stupid with free agency, stupid with everything else, and it's just going to be, you know, they'll go get another quarterback, they'll go get another coach, it'll be the same shit. Congrats, you made me sad.
Well, I mean, it
Happy
is
fucking
what it is.
Hanukkah. That's just, yeah. Um, all right, I got to go get some food, bro. Actually, I got to go check on my fire. I got a pork butt on, and matter of fact, I can do that right now.
All right, big dog, because I'm about to get off here too. I gotta go get another microwave.
All right, Bubba.
All right, big dog. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Love you,
Hey,
dog.
thank y'all for
See you.
everybody coming. I can't even see the screen, so I don't know how many people are here. I got the sun in my eyes. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Have a happy Sunday. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. Call your mama. She misses you. Peace.
Peace, my dog. All right, man. Well, it is what it is. We thought the Cowboys had a chance, but you did that dumb stuff, Cooper Rush. But whatever. That just makes me mad. Bounce back from this Cooper Rush. Show some heart. Return his back, Turpin. Mm. Yeah, Dallas was moving the ball. Let me see this play again. What were you looking at, bro? Even I told you he throws a buttery ball.